Now then, you beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. We're finally, nearly a year later, going to make a start on racking the van out. In part one of the van build, we did some van security with Van Guardian. If you're in the market for some van alarms, highly recommend them. Check the video out in the description below. So let's jump in the back and see how much of a shit heap it is. Right, so here it is. Moved some washing machines and dryers for someone the other day. So everything just got thrown about in the van and I literally cannot find anything in there. And for the best part of a year, I've struggled and pulled my hair out with this van because it's got no racking in. I don't really know what we're going to do or how we're going to do it yet, but I know fine well I want a false floor of some kind. I'm not bothered for any drawers or anything like that. I might put my ladders in there, I'm not sure, but mainly it's just for storage. I think it looks smart when there's a false flooring. We're not going to do a full false floor, we're only going to go halfway. I think maybe to the end of where the box is or where the sliding door is. And then maybe, well, I know fine well that I want these boxes underneath, so that's my starting point in regards to height. I may just go off the top of there, I'm not sure. And then my ladders maybe on the right hand side, but then I'm not, with ladders under there, I just feel like you might get loads of rubbish flying down and get stuck under. I'm not too sure. So I think best thing I could possibly do is head to the merchants, go get some plywood. We're going to be doing this all in 18mm ply. I want to keep the weight down as much as possible. I don't want to be putting no 3x2 frames in or anything like that. So I'm going to try to do it all in 18mm ply. My joinery skills are one to be desired. Is that the right saying? I've not got much hope for my joinery skills, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it's just nice and straightforward. But we'll see. So we'll head to the merchants, go get some sheets of ply, and then get back, empty the full van out, and then we can make a start racking the van out. So after a little bit of back and forwards and trying to work out exactly what we're going to do, I think I've worked it out now. So yes, them shells were different. One was at 40, one was at 35. So we took them out, we're going to start again, start fresh, and basically do it to the height we need, which I think is our upwards rights will be 37. Which just brings it high enough just for these boxes. And I'm going to go with the steps on there. So I'm going to have three uprights. I have a shelf in the middle there, and then some dividers for the 2 levels and my benders. I think they're going to go in there like so. I think, if there's enough room. We'll see. I don't know. Or the other option is not to do that with the levels, but if it works, I've got a few of these boxes which I use for bits like so, but I think we'll have to put the shelf a little bit higher because obviously we'll need our board in between there enough to get it in and out. I don't know. Can't make my mind up. I've been umming and ahhing about this for ages and how to do it. I was going to put a drawer in at one point, but I don't keep my tools in overnight, so I thought there's no point keeping my tools, putting a drawer in, spending all the money on a drawer safe, because I am getting rid of that one. So if anyone wants to buy it, let us know. So I've got 2 of them. Just go in there. Could get a 3rd one, maybe in there as well. What height do I need? So that's 29 plus, let's say 20 mil for the board, so 31. I was going to set it at about 35. Could even do 37, because 37 would take me above there, so I wouldn't have to do any cutting. It should be just a square piece, just drop into place, or there or thereabouts. Could even get the levels in as well then. I think I like having the boxes in there as well, rather than the levels. Levels, I think, is an option. Eventually, once we've got the floor down, we're gonna get some racking along here, which potentially would go all the way past the sliding door. And in my old van, in the old Transit, I had my levels on top, and it worked quite well. They're out of the way. Get some brush up there, Hoover attachments, and long bits of pipe can go up there as well. I think I'm going to do that and grab myself another one of these boxes. If I might actually already have one in the garage at my lock-up. So that's a plan. And here I've got my 2 boxes side by side. I can also possibly get another box in the middle, a thinner one. Got them little tubs down there which may fit as well. So for now, I think that's what we're going to go for. So we'll get our uprights cut, get them in position, look at building our shelf here, and then we can get our top section ready to go. So with them 3 pieces cut now, we'll work out exactly where we're going to be. Something like that. So at this end, I'm going to have this side blocked off, which actually I'm going to bring, see that curve on there, I'm going to bring that so my wood finishes into there. So what I need to do now, I think best bet is for me to cut a piece of wood which is long enough to go from there to the end of there, whatever distance I need. That side needs to be square at this side, and then I've got a bit of a base to work from. I'm gonna put a self tapper in back into there. I might have some OB one as well, which I might just plonk on, which will help hold it in place. And then we can look at how we're gonna get this shelf in. Don't know how we're gonna do it. I've got some L brackets, which I might just do it off them. But if that's the case, I can't fix it into there. I'm going to have to do that out of place. You've got to think like 10 steps ahead when doing joinery. Kids, just heard me for the ice cream van. Daddy duty's call. Let's go get an ice cream. 6 weeks holidays, hence why I'm at home today. Keep her happy. I got myself one as well. Right, let's crack on, get this van back together. Right, so like I was saying before I got interrupted by the ice cream van, we're going to get this side made up first, get our shelf in, get our left-hand side fixed in position, make sure we're all square, and then we can get the top piece cut, which I'm hoping to do in one piece. Should be long enough, all being well. I've got some L brackets which I'm just going to put on the floor just to support it where we need to. So yeah, enough of me babbling. Let's get this section done. Right, let's see if it fits first time. Probably. So I take a little nick out of there so that goes a bit tighter back. I'm saying that, it's touching there. I think for what it is there, I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I'll probably leave that in because they're going to be racking here anyway, so you're not going to see that. So what we're going to do now is get that piece there pilot and screwed into the end of there, and then we've got our fixed point to work against then, and then we can look at getting these shelves in and then fixing it back in place. I might not even fix it down there, I might just fix it with the L brackets to the floor. Probably be better, I think, rather than fixing it to the actual base of the van. Plus I don't think I've got any self tappers long enough to go all the way through, so what I might just do is put a bit of OB1 at the back of there just to grab it. So yeah, it's starting to look like a van racking now, somewhat. Right, so that's fixed in there now. Round here, maybe what I'm going to do now is get these out of the way and work out exactly how we're going to do these. This shelf. Just thinking on the spot here. Just thinking out loud. Put them in. Been down there somewhere. Sort that out later. Right, so they're going to go there. Where's my pencil? Got another one here. That'll do. So, I want to give a little bit of space. In fact, let's get a tape measure. So let's call it 15. To the bottom of the shelf. Oh, actually, I've got a bit of a lip up there. Let's have a look, see what size we need. Yeah, 15 wouldn't have been big enough. So let's go 20. We're well clear then. But the question is, does that give us enough room for our box? Which I don't think it's gonna. It might be sort of minimum we could go. 18 maybe at a push. 18 to the underside would be the absolute minimum, which I think is probably the best shout to do. That just gives us a bit more room with our boxes. So 18. So if we get these L brackets and I measure 18 all the way around, fix 4 down this side, 4 down that side,
maybe 2 at the back, 3 at the back maybe. Cut a board to size, but how? So I'm gonna have to screw that in out of place, but then it's how do I fix the whole unit down to the floor with the shelf in place? Or do I just fix it to the side bit like the old boxing was? I don't know. I don't know. We can put some, obviously some L brackets at the front and down the left hand side, can't we? Like so. Yeah, we'll do that. So, L brackets in, all the way around, shelf in, get it fixed in place, that can then drop in. L brackets in, along our side. One at front here maybe. Can I get any down back? Probably not. And that should do us. I might even be able to get a self-tapper in there eventually. I don't know, we'll see. Or even an L bracket round here. Possibly. Get one in there just to hold it at this back side. Because once that shelf goes in, you're not going to see it anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. So, L brackets on, cut board to size, drop that in, get that fixed in place. Just made my first mess up. Just realised when I was measuring out for this board here that by me putting the end piece on there, the board now is too short. So what I'm having to do is cut down the end of these 2 panels, and going to have to be the end of the panel at the other side as well, because the sheets are 1.22, and with the panel I put on at the end, it now becomes 1.24. So I'm 20mm difference. So we'll cut this back, same there, and then we can put the top piece on, all being well, in one piece. I prefer to do it in one piece, then there's no breakages in there. But yeah, first mess up, it is what it is. I'm not a joiner at the end of the day. Right, so that's all fixed in solid now. Double check my ladders fit. Last thing I want to do is build it all together, go to put ladders in and they don't fit. Pushed it, so they're in there, and then them boxes fit on top. Yeah, plenty of room. So them should, I think, get 3 of them in there. Yeah, easy get 3 of them in there. Might even get some different boxes to go in there. So all I have in these 2 are random fixings, which probably just go back because I don't use it very often. Some random plumbing spares, which goes in that one. And then, I don't know, we can have a play around with it and load it out properly. We'll probably, once we've done all the racking, do a full load out of the van. I'm going to do a bit of a van tour and show you exactly what I have, what I stock and what I keep. Because I don't keep a lot of stock. People moan at me in my videos saying I'm always going to merchants. But more stock, more weight in your van. So with that in now, what we're going to do is get this piece fixed in. We need to cut that one down. We haven't cut that one down yet, so we'll get that cut down first, then get it fixed in position with the L brackets, making sure we've got the same distance there that we have here, and then we have to put an end fill in there again. Yeah, put a piece in there to fill it in. We might put a piece in there just to fill that gap in there, and same there, just to finish it off at the front, and then we can look at putting the lid on top. I am eventually going to put some rubber matting down, some trims, but I haven't got them yet. I'm going to get the rubber matting off TikTok. It's a lot cheaper. So I'll show you a video of me sticking that down, putting the trims on before we put the upright racking in. It's looking well. I'm happy so far. So far, so good. Right, there's probably a way easier way of doing this, but I've cut the end of that down, and I needed to work out how far my board needed to come down so I can screw it down to the floor. So what I did, just get a piece of wood, put it up with the end of there, end of that panel there, and then meet at the end of there, and then we'll just screw it down with a L bracket, which I thought I had picked up. That done. It's there. And a couple of screws. So what we'll do is go in there first. Make sure it meets up to it all the way back, which it is. And then fix it down. So with that in there now, what I'm going to do is get a tape measure from over here, measure the distance between our two panels, which works out at bang on 70. So I can measure 70 at front and put an L bracket in there, probably put another one in the middle just for a bit of extra security, make sure it's stable, and then we'll get our end panels in and get our top piece in. Easy as that. Took me about 4 hours to do this little bit. It's not that easy, especially when you're not the best joiner in the world. But we could try. It won't look like your van fit solutions or your yoke van racking, but I don't think it's bad for a plumber. Hit me up for Smartpipe joinery. Only joking. Don't want to do it again. Right, so with that secure in place now, I need to put our end piece into there. So what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it is I need to shape that off there. I need to trim a little bit off the bottom corner there. I'm going to use this, I don't even know what the word for this is. Former? Maybe? I don't know. Anyhow, how it works is pop you down there into the lock position, roughly about where we want it. We just slide it down like so, push them all in to where we need, and then lift that lever up at the top, and that's locked in place. I'll just double check. I think I've made a mess up there. Try again. So I'll put that in. And it gets us a rough guide to where we need to be. So what we can do then is, on this piece of freshly cut timber, put that to the top, mark out exactly where we need to be. So we'll cut that and then follow it all the way down, and I just need to take the bottom corner of that off there. So jump out of the van, get that cut with a jigsaw and see how close we are, and then we just need to cut straight up, and then we'll do the same again, pilot hole it. To be honest, as a plumber, I'm not really sure why you pilot hole it first. I think it's to do with put your teeth back in, not making sure the wood doesn't split. I don't know. So get that cut, get that in place. Right, we're getting there. End piece is put in. This is pushing this way a little bit, but once we've got our board on top, we can push that back and screw it down. I think that should hold it in place. I shouldn't have to put any more battens back to the wall. I hope not anyway, but time will tell. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to cut a square piece. I've measured it, it's 156 across all the way. So we've got 122 on there, and then 156. That way, get that cut, slot it down, and fingers crossed it fits first time. put it in the wrong way around. So when I said it was 156, there was 156 at one side and 155 at the other side. And I've put it the wrong way around. So I'm going to take it back out, flip it round and drop it back in. I don't know how I'm doing this. No. That's better. Just a little alteration, nothing major. It's not flush here. So I just need to just nibble a bit out there, and then same at that side. And then that can pull forward, and then we can look at getting them fixed in position. So same again, pilot hole, screw down, and then I think Bob's your uncle. And Mac is your joiner. Looks good from my house. I'm pretty pleased with that, to be fair. I was a bit worried that it would look an absolute... It'd look rubbish, basically. But it doesn't. It looks quite good, actually. I'm impressed with my little self. I'm happy. I'm a happy bunny. So, right. Get them nibbled out with, I reckon, a multi-tool, because I don't fancy trying to get that back out again, because that was definitely a two-man job. Okay, so I'll get that nibbled out with a multi-tool, and then we can get it fixed in place. Right, we're flush at the front now, which I'm happy about. I might just take a little nibble off of there, and it'll close that gap up a little bit. A bit bigger than I wanted it to be. Which, so we'll get that done, get that nibble up there, screw down the tops, and then I think we're done for now. There's loads more still to do. Probably going to make some alterations, but yeah, definitely done a good start with this van racking. Probably won't get it finished for another year. I got the van in October last year, so we're nearly there. So if I can get it done by the end of the year, I'll be a happy guy. Right, I think we're somewhat done for today anyway. I give it a clean out and get it loaded back up, ready for Monday morning. I really need to go through it all, because I carry so much rubbish I don't even use. Half of it probably could go in bin, to be honest. But this should be the start of being a bit more organised, to say the least. There's a few things I want to change already about this. I don't know about you, but whenever I've got a van and got racking in there, I'm forever tinkering with it, forever changing stuff, coming up with new ideas. I see things online, I'm like, oh God, I want one of them, I want to do this, I want to do that. So I've got a couple of ideas which I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to wait until I have got my mat to go down and the racking to go on top of there. Because I think what I'm going to do in the next stage is mat down, trims along the edges, racking up here. I think I'm just going to put a bit on here for now and not do anything down there yet, but that might change. What I'm going to do, because I've got a lot of weighted space in this area here, so I'm thinking about putting an access panel or something in there to have a bit of access into there. I could do the same on this side, but I'm thinking instead of having that one on top is to put a hole in there, and I could have some PPE, maybe dust sheets in there, get them out of the way. I think just have tools and stuff in there that I don't use that often, but I need on the van just in case. This one would be perfect for maybe benders. I could put two holes with some and fix some pipe going down, and my benders could sit inside. Possibly. There's loads of different ways I could do it. And then I'm also thinking maybe maybe of putting an access panel in there. Probably not worth it, to be fair. That could be an option, is to extend that out. I could be here all day forever trying to tinker with this and make changes, but I think we made a solid start. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked the video. If you've got any questions about how I did it, or things I might have missed, or things that you see me do that you would have done differently to make it a lot easier, let me know. Drop us a comment below. I'm up for learning, and if I've done something wrong, let me know in the comments. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for staying right to the end, watching the video. It's much appreciated. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribed for part 3 of the van build, because when we do more with the racking, and then we're also going to get a pipe tube at some point. We're going to show you a video attaching that to the van. So enough of me babbling. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.